This press is called 75. It's our three-quarter press. What we're trying to accomplish with this is influence the ball at the sideline and trap at half court. The triangles are defense and the circles are offense. Once the ball is entered in, ball side elbow immediately approaches the ball and influences them up the sideline. The opposite elbow has to rotate to half court with the ball. And then the player in the middle, number 3, has to be patient, make sure that they don't go too early. But once the ball is crossed half court, immediately trap it at half court. Something very important about this press is that the player that approaches the ball in the beginning cannot get beat middle. They have to push him up the sideline. If we get beat to the middle, we're in trouble and it won't work. Once you do cross half court and there's a trap, if the ball is passed out of the trap, the player that's closest to the ball has to go and rotate to the ball and trap with the person that is guarding the ball. So right there, the 3 is going to go and trap. And then everyone rotates. The one that was up at the top has to rotate to the middle because the player at half court's not important right now. We have to make sure we're in our areas where we can protect the basket while trapping the ball. Right now, the player with the ball is in trouble. They can't pass it to the 1. They can't pass it to the 2. What they're probably going to have to try to do is pass it to the 3. And then the player on the bottom has to see that and get that steal. Once they get the steal, we're going to take a couple dribbles. Notice that the player is already leaking out. Once we see that we have the steal, we have to leak out. Then the player that has the ball has to dribble it up, take 1 or 2 dribbles, and then pass it ahead. Once the ball is passed ahead, and then the player that has the ball can go score at the basket. Key things to remember is that we're always trapping on the ball and we're always rotating, so no one should be standing still watching the ball. Everyone is rotating to where the ball could possibly go to, watching the player with the ball's eyes and reading where they're going to pass it while they're being trapped. If they're being trapped right now, if they're going to look somewhere, 99% of the time they're probably going to pass it there because they're being trapped. So if we're paying attention to the player's eyes, we can get an easy steal. But if we're only looking at the ball and we're not aware of where the ball is going, then we don't know where it could possibly go. And then we're going to get caught backdoor, or we're just going to get caught not paying attention. And then that's when we make those mistakes and the other team gets easy baskets, or we get out of position and we get fouls. So if we can just focus on the little details of when we're rotating, we're paying attention to the eyes of the player with the ball, then we can get easy layups, easy steals, and it'll be easy for us.